As kids head back to school this week, education leaders are working to make sure that they don't fall even further behind. Officials have said that thousands of North Carolina students are behind where they should be in subjects across the board, including reading and math.
As WCNC Charlotte's Tanya Mendes explains, having kids back in the classroom is crucial to getting them back on track.
We've been watching kids board buses and head back into classrooms this week, but the fact still remains there are many kids who are still not caught up on all the things they were supposed to learn last year. Back to school face to face.
Review of what we did earlier.
Thousands of kids who missed months of in-person learning are now back in seats, ready to make up for lost time.
Raise your hand if you can tell me, what does it mean to add?
Teachers say there's no way to go back in time.
What we're looking at is teaching the current year's curriculum, but also making sure that we diagnose and assess students to see where there are some shortfalls and where there are gaps.
Some of last year's learning will be weaved in with this year's lessons. Kids who need extra help will get small group instruction.
We do have a time built into the day every day for interventions that go in and help kids based on that data that we are collecting as a part of our routine assessment activities.
At Mint Hill Middle, the first 45 minutes of every day is dedicated to social and emotional support. Child development experts in Charlotte say that's the most important thing we can do to help our children thrive.
They understand that they've been in front of a screen for some of them for the past 18 months. They understand that. We don't need to remind them of that. What we can remind them is that you are here. I care about you. I see you. I hear you. And we're going to work together to get you to where you need to be.
Dr. Devanya Govan-Hunt says we have to build confidence in our children.
We've got to see the whole child.
Remind them of how far they've come.
They never stopped learning, right? Because there were lessons learned.
And all the things they can do.
To look at our children through a strength-based lens first.
The kinds of things that are harder to measure. But if parents and teachers get the social and emotional pieces right, the grades and scores will follow.
And if we set our expectations high, and if we go in with this intention, our children will perform every single time. And so the proof always spills out in the test score at the end.
In Charlotte, Tanya Mendes, WCNC Charlotte.
And state education officials have predicted that more North Carolina students will have to repeat a grade than at any other time in the last 100 years. But right now there is no data available about how many children specifically could be affected.